Looks like there is a little bit of hope, or a glimmer of hope, in Gyokeres heading to the club of Arsenal. And you all know why I'm saying this, because his transfer to Arsenal all depends on to whether Nketiah stays or not. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? It's the 13th of August, and we are trying to obviously bring you news and information about your faves in here onto this YouTube channel. And smash like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. And let's see close to 300 likes much on this video. Remember, we are powered by Mono Gadgets and healers in one, phones, brand new laptops. You get, they are dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops, right? Then they're also dealers in used phones and used laptops from the UK. If you feel like you are interested in such, just holla at them on +256 70 99 88 665. You understand? When that is done and dusted, you can as well WhatsApp them. All else, you can as well follow them on TikTok. Mono Gadgets, the place to be. So search for Mono Gadgets on TikTok and you'll see what we call the wide range of products that these people are really dealing in, that you guys really need to obviously come up and obviously realize on how good they are. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, and let's obviously see to it that we really do the needful. Now, let's get into the stories. We are having Julian Alvarez, we are having Ansu Fati, and we are having Gyokeres, and we are having Nketiah. Now, the deal of Gyokeres to come in through at Arsenal and play game, all join the club of Arsenal, depends on to Nketiah. Nketiah is a player that had gone ahead, obviously, agree personal terms with the side of Olympique Marseille, but the deal collapsed yesterday after Wahi was really given green light, terms and conditions agreed with which team did Arsenal play? It's called RC Lens, right? That's where this guy was playing at, and he fled to Marseille, and his medical is really ongoing right now. That meant that the deal of this guy called Gyokeres was really on cold ice. You understand? Now there is a very huge update coming in through from the side of Nketiah, because after getting this story, many Arsenal fans were like, something might not be happening, because Fabrizio told us that Olympique Marseille has informed Arsenal that Nketiah deal can be considered 100% collapsed. Olympique Marseille didn't want to accept €30 million package after having bids rejected, despite the green light from the player deal off. So because we need to eat that, Gyokeres coming in through at Arsenal was depending onto Nketiah's departure, all staying. We're like, Arsenal fans were like, the deal is done and dusted. But there is a lifeline, you know, there is a lifeline for this deal to obviously happen again, because another Premier League team has gone ahead to show interest in signing Nketiah. And what is that Premier League team? It's none other than Bournemouth. And yesterday night, Fabrizio Romano came up and told us that Bournemouth have added Nketiah to their list of options to replace Dominic Solanke. Initial talks took place after bid rejected today by FC Porto for Evan Lisson. Olympique Marseille deal for Nketiah completed off after they signed Wahi. Now, I think if you are a Bournemouth, the best player to get is Nketiah. I told you, I think was it 2 days back, when I was really doing a story about these two people, and I was like, Nketiah to Bournemouth will be a very good signing for Bournemouth, because that means they're going to be saving some money. Why? They signed this man from Liverpool. Let me see here. Solanke transfer fee to Bournemouth. I want to know how much they really paid. You get? All right, they paid £19 million. You get? And they've got ahead to add more 7 to Liverpool. That is 26 million pounds spent onto the deal of Solanke, and they've gone ahead to sell him for 65 million pounds. That is almost a profit of 40 million pounds. 40 million pounds. And now, if you've gone ahead to make 40 million pounds as a profit, and there is a player that is really Premier League proven, because when you look at Nketiah, he has gone ahead to do lots of things in the Premier League, and amidst him not being a starter, he has managed to at least collect some goals in the seasons of Arsenal, especially the previous 2 seasons, where he went ahead to show us that he's really that guy. Last season, he played 27 games, 5 goals and 2 assists, and he was not the main guy at Arsenal. 2022, 2023, 30 games, 4 goals and 1 assist. Meaning that if he goes to the side of Bournemouth and they really feed him well, he's really going to be doing the needful. Now, if Bournemouth is making a profit of 40 million pounds, why don't they get 30 and pay it to Arsenal and obviously get this deal over the line? I think that will be some huge business for the side of Bournemouth. But for the side of Bournemouth, getting themselves a player like that will be something good. On the side of Arsenal, it will obviously help them really go in to bring in a player called Gyokeres. And I believe Arsenal has a budget, of like 70 million euros, and they're really having a balance of 30 to obviously get the deal done and done. And that's why they're like, you have to get us. That's why they told Marseille that you have to get us that amount of money. Understand? That amount of money, and that is 30 million euros, because they know when they really sell that guy, they're obviously going to find themselves in a position of really needing another striker, as Mikel Arteta has a plan of sometimes playing Kai Havertz into the middle of the pack. And Arsenal has also sold Emily Smith-Rowe for 35 million pounds, meaning that they have close to 30 million pounds in cash. If they can collect some other 30, that will be 60, and 60 million pounds will be less 25 million pounds to obviously get in Victor Gyokeres. And I believe if they have that amount of money, they can negotiate a better deal with the side of Sporting Lisbon, that we are getting you 70 million pounds for Gyokeres, and the remaining 15 will obviously happen in add-ons. I've gone ahead to see players like those being signed in clubs, and the club in Portugal went ahead to admit it. Sporting Lisbon has ever gone ahead to do that deal with Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes came in through at Manchester United for, I think it was 65 million euros, but the guaranteed fees were 45 million euros. But they've gone ahead to gate the balance of 25, you understand, because every clause, every condition that was set for Bruno Fernandes to fulfill, for his former team to get the amount of money, has been fulfilled. Like, you might say, if we qualify for the Champions League, we are going to be paying you 5 million pounds. If we win the Premier League, we are going to be hitting you 5 million pounds. You get? And winning the Premier League is really very, very easy, because Arsenal is just I think a chance away or luck away from lifting that. And I believe the side of Manchester United, the side of Arsenal, can really convince Sporting Lisbon, because all these clauses will be realistic, not like those of Manchester United that we used to include that if at all a player wins a Ballon d'Or, then he'll find himself in a position of obviously getting to where the club of Manchester United, the club is. So, no Ballon d'Or clauses, but even scoring 20 goals a season and getting like 5 million pounds, obviously, that is possible because this player is really a goal merchant and he can obviously deliver those goals. So, we are waiting to see how things are really going to be panning out that side. But all I want to let you know is things are really moving on into the right direction for the club of Arsenal. If at all they happen to move on Nketiah, I think money will be there for them to spend to get in this player and obviously get him in immediately. So we'll just here to obviously wait and see how things are really going to be panning out. But Arsenal is really cooking, and the moment you see Nketiah leave, then a decision will be made. And if at all that decision will be made in favor of Arsenal, in favor of Gyokeres, that will be up to Arsenal. But if the guy leaves, there will be a vacant position to be filled by a player called Victor Gyokeres. That is it. Big story that has all hallmarks of Gyokeres joining the club of Arsenal. Then, Atletico Madrid have found themselves in a situation of obviously seeing the guy Julian Alvarez sign his contract, and now we are having a story confirmed coming in through from the side called Fabrizio Romano. Julian Alvarez signing his 6-year contract at Atletico Madrid today or yesterday. 75 million euros guaranteed plus 20 million euros of add-ons to Man City after every investment. 14 million pounds after they invested 14 million pounds to Julian Alvarez from Liver Plate. Excellent addition to Atletico Madrid. Simeone Diego, key to make things happen. Obviously, he's his fellow Argentine national, and it was easy to obviously convince him, obviously coming through and put in the ship. But this is the fault of how Julian Alvarez went ahead, obviously sign this contract, at Atletico Madrid, and there were fears that the deal might collapse, but finally, the deal hasn't gone ahead to collapse, and it's really moving into the right direction altogether for the side of Atletico Madrid. They've gotten their player, but there is a saga ongoing because a team of Chelsea has ordered their player Conor Gallagher to fly back to London if at all things are not really happening, because they thought a deal was going to be really happening immediately, but it has not gone ahead to go that side. And as it stands, anytime from now, Conor Gallagher will be touching or boarding a plane, obviously get back to London, because they believe stuff is not happening. But this is really one of the deals that will see Conor Gallagher, João Felix, not come to Chelsea, as Omorodion deal is off, and a lot of effort is being put in through by the side of Chelsea and Atletico Madrid for the deal of Conor Gallagher not to collapse, because Chelsea knows to it that Conor Gallagher deal is really important, as he is not willing to sign a 2-year contract that Chelsea have gone ahead to put on his table, and he's like, I want more years, 2 years, and then I'll stay. So we are waiting to see how things are really going to be panning out that side, but it's really important to note that a lot is really moving their way. Then from Conor Gallagher and João Felix domino, let's go into the story that is very important, onto Ansu Fati. Now, Sport has told us that Deco has asked Ansu Fati to find another team. He has also asked Jorge Mendes to look for a way out for Fati because he has no place in the team's lineup. So, sometimes I don't really trust at the Sport, and this is contrary to what has obviously gone ahead to come in through from the manager. Hans Flick was hugely moved by what Ansu Fati provided onto the field of play. And I'm asking myself, why is it that in the nick of time, when even the player is injured and not really on the field of play, a decision is being made like that? To my understanding, it's not yet done like this, because if it was really very authentic, the likes of Fabrizio Romano, this other guy that really breaks news for Barcelona, forgotten his name, if you really followed the deal of Manchester United, how it's called, Gerard Romero, right? I think that's his name. Gerard Romero is the guy who used to break these stories, and I tell you what, if he doesn't know anything about this, he hasn't gone ahead to confirm it, because they're the easiest stories that he ever gets. If I don't break stories of players that Barcelona have gone ahead to sign, then why is it that he doesn't have this story on his cards? So for me, I'm not yet convinced, though I'm not ruling it 100% that Ansu Fati has been shown the exit door. But on the side of Ansu Fati, I think the best thing is, if they want him out, let him call in for a permanent transfer. You look out for a team like in the Premier League, you talk of Newcastle, you get teams that are really going to be that are really having competitive players. Go there, do the needful, and give yourself a chance. Because when he was at Brighton, however much the manager trusted him a lot, Ansu Fati never gave himself a chance, as he proved to be an injury-prone player during his spell at the side of Brighton. To show you that he never impressed De Zerbi. De Zerbi hasn't gone ahead, obviously, put him on the list of players that he wants Marseille to sign for him. So, guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name. I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Gyokeres to Arsenal. What do you make about it? And that's a huge boost. Do you think when Nketiah crosses to Bournemouth, Gyokeres will obviously come to Arsenal? All that into the comment section. And then your thoughts onto the player called Ansu Fati. That rumors indicating that Deco has ordered for his departure, and he has wanted to ask his manager to find him a new place to obviously play next season. And lastly, what do you make about the man himself, known as Julian Alvarez, signing for the club of Atletico Madrid, and what he's really going to be doing at Atletico Madrid? You know, do you think he's really going to hit the ground running? Is he going to be this 20-goal, 30-goal striker a season at Atletico Madrid? Because Atletico, I think when they brought in Suarez, that's when Suarez went ahead to score those goals. But João Felix couldn't. Morata also was struggling. But we wait to see how things really pan out into the mix. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum. And we are powered by Muno Gadgets. You know, they're dealers in phones, brand new and brand new laptops. If at all you need a used phone and a used laptop, call them on +256 70 99 88 665. And those are coming through from the UK. I'm talking about the used phones and laptops. You can as well follow them on TikTok at Muno Gadgets. Follow them and see the wide range of products that they really have on their display, and maybe you'll look at them and we'll understand that Rokani David is the real guy and giving us vibes after vibes. I sign out. Bye-bye. But 2 hours from now, I'm going to be coming here to discuss lots of things concerning other stories that are really developing in the region where you are. Edu fled to Spain. What is the gist behind his flight to Spain? That is the next huge story that is going to be dropping in here in a nutshell. Bye-bye.